What's going on, YouTube? Claykeysult here again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius event guide, and this time it's called the Auracite Chosen, the Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics Part 2 event. But guys, I can't stop being excited about pulling for Orlando. I've seen so many of you out there sadly not get him, and then some of you actually got him, which is amazing. I am waiting to do my pulls until tonight on my stream at 9 PM Eastern Standard Time. If you guys would like to join me, please do. The link is in the description below. I'm going to be giving away 2 gift cards, one $50 iTunes gift card, and one $25 Google Play gift card, along with giving spots on my friend list away. So if you guys want to join me on there, please feel free to do so. I'd love to have you. So we'll talk about this event. The event is actually quite easy. It's like one of the most easy events we've had in a while. The way it's going to work is we're going to fight 5 bosses, I think, in Elite. All of them being pretty simple. All of them being single target boss fights. And then we might run into some Chocobo, which the Chocobo would be like the, you know, bonus unit in the game that'll give you bonus red orbs, okay? So we'll go ahead and go into Elite here. We're going to take our free-to-play team, and we're just going to pick, like, a friend. It doesn't even have to be that strong a friend. If you have a really strong friend that can kill everything for you, like, one person can carry you through the whole fight. Like, one person can pretty much do it all. So we'll take, like, a average. Let's look for a Noctis or something that's average. I don't want to take anything too big. So, like, that's getting down out of friends. So let's look. Oh, we can take this. Hey, let's just take this Gilgamesh right here. This Gilgamesh should probably do really well for us. Then we're taking our free-to-play team here that we used on Gilgamesh, the actual trial, because I didn't really change anything. Their equipment changed a little bit, but you'll see it doesn't really matter. And we'll depart now. So the first boss here, we'll go ahead and use Libra on so you guys can see the stats and everything on it. Where is my Libra? Where's Libra? There it is. So we'll use Libra. Check out this boss. Let's see. So looks like it has 180,000 health. You can blind it, you can silence it, but it is resist 100% to light damage. And that could be a problem because a lot of people have Excaliburs and things like that on. So if we run into that problem, we'll see. So we're going to go ahead and just try to do as much damage as we can. We'll break him down with, you know, Undermine. Bart's is going to use Barrage on him. And where's Barrage? Where are you, Barrage? Why am I blind? There you are. And then Refia just use Embolden to buff our team. And then Snow is going to use just Aqua Strike, I guess. You can see right there that my Refia does have dual cast on. If you go to equipment, like, she's all not free to play now, but she's literally not gonna do anything but heal with Curaja and then Embolden up. So don't worry about that. You guys can do it for sure, I promise. So we'll go ahead and just chain it up here. Boom, boom, boom. Do as much damage as possible, and you'll see these boss fights are not really that hard, much at all. So he'll use Unholy Darkness and do some damage. Not that big of a deal. And again, if we had something like a Noctis, if we would have taken a Noctis with us, like, Warp Break would probably have just killed the boss, like, honestly. If you had Excalibur, though, it would have been a little tougher. So, and then we're just going to do the same thing again. Honestly, I'm going to use, the problem is here, I guess it's 5 bosses. You can run into some mana problems, but that's all right. We'll just do the same thing we did. Barrage, Aqua Strike, actually, let's just do some Frost Strike. No, there's Aqua Strike. And then, you know, Snow Petal, and then we'll just hit them up like boom, 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 boom. And then we'll just auto-attack with these 2 to build up Limit Burst. But there's the first fight. Super easy. Not much to worry about there. The only problem that could come into that could hang you up there, again, is the light resist. But you can get through that with your other units and maybe magic casters, things like that. So let's go ahead and Libra this new boss that just showed up right here. Why can't I ever find Libra? All right, here we go. Libra, the Impure. So it looks like it has 21,000 health, and then no resist on any elements. Is resist 50% to blind and paralyze, so you can still blind this one too if you wanted to. We'll go ahead and do Snow Petal. We'll break its defense with Undermine. We'll use Barrage, Embolden the team, and then Aqua Strike. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. And then we'll just rinse and repeat here, guys. Like, that guy took a lot of damage there. That was awesome, so he went down a lot easier than the last one. Let's check and see what Maldeb here, our Gilgamesh, has equipped. So he does have Excalibur on, so the last one resists a little bit. That's why it took a little bit more to take down, but overall, not that bad. Not bad at all. Moving on, we're on Battle 3. I love this guy. He looks awesome. He's like a mix between, I don't know, Goro from Mortal Kombat and then, like, just a huge lamb thing. So I think he looks pretty cool, but rinse and repeat. Doing the same stuff. Snow Petal, break down his defense and stuff. Again, if you run into mana problems, just use, like, ethers, things like that. You don't have to worry about using items on this one. I'm just so, like, gun-shy of using items now because of Gilgamesh. It's so funny. So we'll go and do this. Oh, I forgot to Libra him. Hopefully he doesn't die. He died. So I didn't get to Libra that guy. Totally forgot because he's so easy. But again, it's not that big of a deal, as you can see. You can just knock him down with an average friend unit like I'm using here. I'll be sure to use Libra first this time so you guys can see this. Check this out right here. We got the Death Seraph, 250,000 health. No elemental resist, and then 50% to blind and 80% to paralyze. So if you can blind in here, seems pretty good. Seems like it'll help you out a lot. So we'll use Embolden. Let's see, Aqua Strike, Barrage, break down the defense, and the well, pretty much all we care about is the defense right now. Not leadership. Stop it. You stop it. And we're gonna be running out of mana on our snow pedaling guy here. So what I'm actually gonna do is just have Snow cast Turbo Ether on him. And then boom, boom. Because he's our workhorse right now. Although, like, again, these fights could really be done without a super... I mean, again, that's not even a super strong OP friend, right? Like, that's not a super strong friend. And we're getting through, like, we're one-shotting the bosses with him. So that's awesome. And so now we have the last boss here. We'll go ahead and cast our Libra again so I don't forget if there's anything special about this guy. 560,000 health. We're getting up there. 50% to blind, 90% to paralyze. Again, you can do both of those. And no elemental resist. So that makes it kind of easy. So... go ahead and use Embolden, and then we'll just do the same thing again, guys. And honestly, if you get a friend, like a really powerful Olive or something like that, Olive can true shot every boss until the last boss, kill everyone in one shot to the last boss, and then use her limit burst because everybody else was auto-attacking. Hopefully built up your limit burst, and then just kill the fight with that one Olive. Like, just takes the whole thing down without having to do anything else, which is kind of insane. But that makes for a speedy run, and we kind of want that in King Mog events, right? We want to be able to get through it so we can farm it, and get our freaking currency so we can actually trade it in. So... that's what we want in these kind of King Mog events here. So this guy's going to take 2 shots to kill, but that's all right. Again, I don't even think he does that much damage, honestly. He'll, like, befuddle, make somebody confused, which, of course, he confuses our workhorse, and he smacks our Snow around. No! Oh, and he smacked himself. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to go and Limit Burst with Cecil. We'll see if Bart's Rain and Snow can finish this fight off so we don't have to worry about Asuning our Gilgamesh. Use Lava Floor, and... let's see. I want to use Aqua Strike, and then boom, boom, boom. See if they're strong enough to do it. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, Barts. No. Okay, so I wonder if Thunder is enough to deal with Refia. Probably not. So we're just going to assume our Gilgamesh here and then make it through again next time. Not too big of a deal. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, the madness. The damage. Every time I see fire and red like that, I immediately... oh, God, Rain, stop it. I think of Ifrit just blowing my team up, so that's kind of rough. So we'll just auto-attack here with Gilgamesh and end the fight. So, overall, again, really easy events, but I really like the way the bosses look. I think the sprites are awesome. Very much nostalgia. On top of the fact that you can run into Chocobo that look just like from Tactics, which is pretty cool. I don't like to kill the Chocobo, but hey, I mean, we get the red orbs, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Or they're gonna peck our little faces off. The rates in this... okay, so, like, the trade-off here is that you can kill it pretty easily, right? Everyone can run Elite, can kill the Chocobo. If you run into Chocobo and you're having trouble with AoE them, apparently you can Graviga them, or, you know, use gravity on them, make their health go low, and then end them off. So that's something if you run into problems there. But overall, the trade-off is you get, like, a really tiny amount of red orbs, okay, with it when you don't run into Chocobo. But we didn't have any bonus units there. But what I'm trying to get to here, guys, is since it's so easy, you can literally, if you pull any bonus units, slap them all on your team and take your strong friend or your one strong unit, and that's going to be enough to pull you through this whole event on Elite, guys. So I'm hoping you guys can all go out there and grind your little butts off and get everything you want through Elite. Let's go to Exchange here. Let's talk about what we're going to buy here from the King Mog, okay? Because I know a lot of you guys out there have questions, things like that. So let's go to the item exchange. First off, we're going to talk about the white staff. It is only 1,000 of these red orbs, which isn't bad. However, the golden staff, which you can get from the game, that is, like, you know, you can just obtain through the story or Coliseum, things like that, is better than the white staff, in my opinion. So if you want to pick this up, that's okay. It's only 1,000 red orbs, not that much. And you can pick that up if you want to. The battle hoop is good for Soleil. If you guys are going to run Soleil, you can pick it up. It's not that bad of a weapon. But if you're not going to use Soleil and you're not going to use her on your team at all, I would skip over it, okay? Durandal is a must-buy, in my opinion, especially if you ever hope to pull Orlandu. But overall, it's just an amazing weapon. It's a great sword with 74 attack, which is pretty damn high, and then it has a light damage on it. And the reason that's great for Orlandu, remember, is that he takes down the light resist 50% on one of his moves and then chains up with his damage. And to have a great sword on Orlandu buffs him up with his great sword mastery, and then with the light damage being down, he can chain up with light damage, and it's pretty awesome, okay? So that's a must-buy, in my opinion. Kiyomori. Now, this is the question a lot of people are going to throw. Is Kiyomori worth it? This is a Gumi exclusive. It's a global exclusive. They did not have this in the JP version. 79 attack katana. No element on it. And then I think it gives you a percentage to dodge or to evade attacks. Let me see if I can get this to pop up here. Can I just go to details? Is that going to work for me? Nope. Come on, I'm holding on it. There we go. So, does it tell me on here how much it has to evade? Also difficult to wield. Am I missing where it says it? Well, I'm not sure where it says it, but I'm pretty sure it's 10% to evade, right? So, it's 50,000 of these red orbs. I personally, if you do not farm TMs, if you are not getting Sakura Fubuki, I think it's worth it for free to play, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you could farm up enough to get this weapon, it's only for this event. It's gonna help you with evading. If you run into a monster, you know, you guys might have Churi Jiraden out there. The Churi Jiraden has the fire elements on it, so it's kind of situational. If something would be fire resist, you wouldn't really want the Churi Jiraden on your team. Plus, this is a little bit stronger. I would go for this, but again, it's 50,000 red orbs, so it's gonna be up to you. I personally am gonna buy it and try to grind out for it. Okay. Moving on, Crush Helm. I think this is a must-buy for almost everyone who's going to continue to play the game for a while. Damages one enemy and reduces their defense and spirit. It's only for Orlando, okay? So Orlando's going to be hard to pull, right? Not all of you are going to get him. But Gumi and Square Enix are going to give us a lot more chances to pull for Orlando. On top of the fact there's going to be a lot more banners. And I think this may be the only time we can get this materia, and it's exclusive to the event. So I think you pick this up if you have the extra red orbs. And if you get Orlando, I think you definitely pick it up because you want to slap that bad boy on him in situations where you want to break down the defensive spirit by 40% with just Orlando, you know, when you get into situations like that. So I think that's a must buy, and kind of almost a must buy even if you don't have Orlando, because in the future, if you get him, you might really want this to be putting on him. Okay, we're gonna talk about Healing Waltz here. Soleil does get enhancements, but it doesn't make Soleil like an awesome, amazing character. So this Healing Waltz is awesome. Cures, it's pretty much an Asuna for all allies. So you're going to dance, do Healing Waltz, and then it's going to take Asuna and take everything off of all your allies. However, are you going to run Soleil? If you are, buy it. It's only 4,000 red orbs. Throw it on her, and that's an amazing thing to have on your support. However, if you're not looking to use Soleil even in the future, it's probably a skip. So Poach here boosts physical damage inflicted to plants, avian, beast, aquatic, and dragon. Essentially here, this is 15%. So instead of normal like killer abilities being like 50% to physical against them, it's going to be 15%. I'm going to buy 8 of them, personally. I'm going to buy 8 of these bad boys because there's no limit. It doesn't say limit. See how the rest of these say left? This one has no limit. Poach has no limit. So I'm going to buy 8 of them just in case I want to use them down the road. 15% if you stack it up seems pretty high, especially if you throw these on, you know, somebody who already has killer abilities on them for that specific person. So 50%, you turn into 30%. That's pretty strong. Slap 30% on one of your units. I think it's a free-to-play bombshell, essentially. It's going to be really good for you to maybe take down some trials or things like that. So, I don't know, 4 to 8, whatever you guys are feeling. Maybe even 1 if you don't really want to mess around with it. But remember, it's only 15%. Life Font. Restores own HP while traversing exploration maps. Not really that great, right? Like, it's just not what I want in a materia here. You have ethers, tents, you know, Curaja, ways to get your MP back, all kinds of stuff to do in explorations. That's just not something I want to worry about, so I'm going to skip over that. And this one's going to be up to you guys. I'm going to go with a no. Adds chance of dodging physical attack and countering. So, you know, you put this on, you have a chance of dodging the physical attacks and countering back. If you guys like to build the evade builds, or you want to throw this maybe on your Snow, who's already countering like 1,000,000 times over anyway, that's a possibility. But at 15,000 red orbs, it's just not worth it to me. So it's a non-buy for me. HP 15% is a buy for me. Boost HP about 15%. Who doesn't want that thrown on their tank? There are some instances where we might want to throw it on our healer, even our other characters, like when we fought Ifrit. You know, you wanted them to have a lot of health so they could survive all that damage. So that's a buy for me. This is a tough one. Magic 15%. 35,000 red orbs? That's a miss. For me, it's a miss. It's 35,000 red orbs for only Magic 15% when we can already craft Magic 10%. I just don't know what they're thinking, making the HP 15% 15,000 and then making the Mag 20,000 higher. Like, that's ridiculous. So I think it's a skip for me. If you guys really want it or you're building up your mage and you really like it, go ahead and buy it if you guys can farm this stuff out. But it's a low priority for me. And then obviously we're going to get into all the other things like Mega Ethers, Phoenix Downs, Elixirs, Metal Gigantoirs, which right now I'm just going to keep buying some more of them. Boom. I want to buy all the Metal Gigantoirs because that's going to help you raise up your new characters and the characters you need to raise up. You know, Scream Root, Fine Alkali, Star Quartz. You know, you want to get all this stuff. If you still need to level up some Espers, boom, here's some Magicite for you guys to pick up. And then, like, what I always like to do in all these events if I have time to farm is buy every one of these 6-star mats that I can afford that have the, you know, the cheap the cheap currency price on them, right? So you can buy these up to 25 of them for 160, and then they get really expensive at 540. So if you have the extra stuff and you need some of the 6-star match, remember there are only specific places you can get 6-star materials, and you may need them in the future. You can pick up the ones that cost the 160. I would never go for the ones that cost 540. That's just a waste. Rare summon tickets. Everybody likes to summon. Everybody's trying for Orlando. You can pick them up. I would for sure get all the ones up till this last one here that costs 6,000. That's kind of expensive for rare summon tickets, but if you have the extra currency and you want to pick them up, you can. But to get these rare summon tickets up to the 4th one, so you have, the first 2, and then 3, and then 2, that's like 10,000 red orbs. That's not bad to get, what does it look like, 7 tickets, so that's pretty good, 7 summons, so that's awesome. And here's another part we're going to talk about. I do think you want to pick up the Trust Moogle at 30,000. The 10% Trust Moogle at 30,000 red orbs, that seems like a good buy to me. I'm definitely going to be snagging that bad boy up. Now, this Trust Moogle, 1%, you could buy 5 of them for 10,000 each. Not worth it at all, in my opinion. Do not buy them. It's just not worth it, man. You're going to end up spending, what is this, 50,000 red orbs to get 5%, and where you spent 30,000 to get 10%, right? So, that's just, I think that's like a last-ditch like dump. If you bought everything you want and you've cleared this shop out, and that's a lot, like you don't have anything else to spend it on, you don't want to sell them to make money, you can go in here and just buy up these 1% Trust Moogles, but I think it's a really bad negative buy, so I don't think you want to be doing that, okay? So I think that pretty much clears up what's going on with this event overall. That's how I would be spending my red orbs if I got them. Let's talk about one more thing real quick. We're going to go to items here. For you guys out there that may be done with the Ifrit event, or at least done as far as you want to be, you guys should keep farming it, because remember, it doesn't affect your energy, and you guys could take your Ifrit coins and you could sell them, right? So, like, what I'm going to be doing is, since I already cleared the event and I already have everything I want, I'm going to be going down, I'm going to be selling my Ifrit coins. So I'm up to 39,000 right now. Look how much gil I get from it. It's insane. You get 50 per one you sell, and you get a lot, right? So if you guys are running out of gil, you need gil for enhancements that are coming soon. Enhancements, what they are, is they pretty much buff characters. And to do that, you need a certain amount of materials and a shit ton of gil. And this is a way you guys can make your gil right now. Finish the raid event, but don't stop doing it, because 1, we help the community out by keeping it for, leveled up. And 2, you can sell off your raid coins to make mass gil for those enhancements coming up for your characters, okay? So, yeah, that's the event and everything. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about this event, or if I said anything wrong or you disagree with, and subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next one.